Hello! In this video I'm gonna show you how to create service area using network analyst extension in ArcGIS. But first let me start with some basic points. First, it is topology. If you want network analyst to calculate and measure distances and using drive time correctly, you have to avoid overlays of polylines. Like in this case, look, this line and this line, they both have one common segment, which is this. To change this, you have to first of all edit vertices and delete vertex. Now you have to change vertex and put it here. Now finish sketch is okay, and you can see these lines do not have common segments any longer. The second point is that you have to consider that the end point of each line is the beginning of another line. So in cases like this, where there is junction between rows but there is no break, because there is no beginning, you have the end point of this line, but there is no beginning point of any line. There is a kind of the kind of part of another line, but there is no beginning or end for that line. So in this case you have to split up this line using this tool. So, and all the road network which you are going to use to generate service area should be treated properly and testing for having overlays or not having endpoints or incorrect junctions or having incorrect junctions. So this was the basic things we have to consider beforehand before we start preparation to create a network dataset. And now I will delete it, remove. Now for our task, I have chosen Topology Municipal District, which is located in Tver Oblast or Tver region in Russia. There are three layers: this polygon of this district, the road network, and the center of this district. Before we start preparing to create network dataset, I also have to say that we must consider the coordinate system we use for these features, for these layers, because for some reason ArcGIS 10 and in attribute tables it's impossible to calculate geometry for features if you have a geographic coordinate system for a layer. In this case you have to change it. In this window we have another coordinate system. We have WGS 1984 UTM zone 36. It's northern hemisphere. It is projected coordinate system. For projected coordinate system it's possible to calculate geometry for features. So you have to, if you have geographic coordinate system, you have to convert it to projected coordinate system. To do that, it's possible to use project tool, project in data management toolbox. If we click on it, you see the some window and boxes you have to choose. For example, in our case it would be road 1 to 3 class, and then you have current coordinate system. Of course I'm not going to convert because I have already got the correct coordinate system, appropriate coordinate system. In your case, you have to just change output code to choose output coordinate system and press OK if you have geographic coordinate system. And of course, you have to choose projected coordinate system. I would offer you to use UTM zones. It's not actually difficult, and to determine to which zone your territory belongs, you may find this common map on which you can find all UTM zones depending on the longitude. Okay, now we may start. First step is to add some fields to our road network attribute table. I have to press on add field, and the first field I'm gonna call it length. I think it will be float. Yes, okay. Now we can calculate geometry. We can calculate length for our polylines, our roads. Right click, calculate geometry. Yes. And we will choose kilometers as a unit for length. Press OK. Yes, we've got the length of polylines. The second step, we have to add another field, and we will call it speed mode. I think it will be short integer. Okay. As long as we have different roads in our road network, we have to consider that there are different speed modes, speed regimes on different roads. High order roads will have high speed regimes, high speed limits. Low order roads will have low speed limits. It's obvious, of course. And to first we have to choose different roads and set up speed modes for them. We have to distinguish different speed modes. What I'm gonna do now is select by attributes, and I'm gonna choose the main road of this territory, which is M10. It's Federal Road M10, Moscow St. Petersburg. I'm gonna choose road 1 to 3 class, and I'm gonna select name road. Yes, I'm gonna type this name. Sorry. Yeah, that might be okay. Yeah, that's correct. Apply and OK. Now we have selected only road M10, and we will calculate speed. We will apply speed mode for that road using field calculator. The speed mode will be 70 kilometers per hour. Okay. And field calculator have calculated, or have put this value only to selected roads, selected features. In our case, it's M10 road. Okay. The next step is to select another roads. Select by attributes, and I'm going to choose field class is equal to 1, and the name of the road, in our case it will not be M10 because we have already put value to boxes of that field of that features. Well, this we have to close, right? Sorry. Yeah. Verify. Oh, that's okay. Apply. Apply. And okay. Yes, we have selected roads class 1. These are good roads, it's of regional importance, but they have lower speed mode, and for them we will apply another speed. It is 60 kilometers per hour. Of course it's disputed, it can be 50 actually, but I've chosen 60 kilometers per hour. Okay, let's go further. Select by attributes. In this case we will choose class 1. Also we will choose for class 1 it is not equal to 1, and other option is the type of road is asphalt road. I've typed it in Russian because many columns are filled in Russian language. So asphalt means asphalt, of course. And now we will verify this. Yes, this is correct. Apply and OK. So we have selected all asphalted road of class 2 and class 3. Now we will calculate, we will put value to the boxes, field calculator, and I will choose 50 kilometers per hour for that roads. Okay, yeah, that's nice. And the last step here is low order roads. Okay. That means that these are gravel roads, and of course it's not asphalt roads. Apply and OK. For them we will choose another speed mode, the lowest in here. It is 40 kilometers per hour. Okay, right. Okay, we have selected speed mode for different types of roads, and next step we have to add another and the last field. I'm gonna call it minutes. It will be, I think it would be double. Yes, okay. The minutes field, it is field to which we input values in minutes, is a cost value, so we can adjust time travel for our distances. And for that purpose, to add values, I'll right click, field calculator, and I'll set up some expression. This is length divided by speed mode, but as long as we have minutes we have to multiply it by 60. Okay, nice. We have calculated minutes for these features, so it's time needed to go from one endpoint to another point of one line. This of course very important for our network analyst. Now what I need to do is, of course, we have already created 3 fields, and the major field I think is minutes, and now in length. And now we will have to create network dataset. Okay, to do that we'll go to our folder, it's tutorial data, right click on current field, current layer, it is rows 1 to 3 class, and choose network and a new network dataset. Let's call it torch network dataset, torch ND, which means torch network dataset, torch network dataset. Next, I'm not gonna add any turns to this network. It's quite a simple example. So if you want to go turns, you may add some values to that box, but I'm not gonna. So you may check that box, but I'm not gonna add some turns to that box. Let's go next. No connectivity options. Non-elevation fields, actually. Yes. Now we have that minutes field, and the cost is minutes, in minutes. If you click on minutes, you may find that there are another costs like kilometers, inches, some days, or so on. So another costs, but we have chosen minutes. As long as we have to create service areas or time travel zones. Next, no special driving settings in this driving direction in this network dataset. Next, yes, and finish. Yes, add to this map. Okay, so we have created network dataset. This is wonderful. And the next step, of course, is to create service area. So press on network analyst toolbar and choose new service area. Yes, you've got new window, and you've got this window. We have to choose this window, and we have to choose facility around which we are going to create net service area. In our case, this facility is the center of municipal district. So this is Torzhok city. Right click on facilities. Oh, it is time to wait. Okay, and load locations. So we have to choose Torzhok. No other specific tasks. Okay, as we have selected this facility, and what we need to do next is right click on service area, properties. We have to go to polygon generation, uncheck trim polygons, I don't need that, and what I need to choose is disks. So this polygon go from facility to the break. That doesn't mean that we have like in rings case, there every ring between is generating in between consecutive breaks. No, we don't need that. We need disks. Apply, and then analysis settings. So default breaks. I'm going to have two breaks. It's 30 minutes, and then press space, and 60 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Apply and OK. And next step and the last step here is to press solve button. Well, now you see it's generated road service area polygons for our municipal district. If you are not satisfied with the fact that these polygons are beyond the borders and do not fit, well, in this case you have to clip it. But first you have to save these polygons. Have to right click, data, export data. We have to choose right folder. In our case it's tutorial data. I'm gonna call it areas. Save. Okay. Yes, I'm gonna add it as a layer. Next step is let's uncheck this box. Search, and we'll employ clip option. Clip to tool. Yes. Let's search. Yes, clip. Let's press on clip. It takes time. Yes, we'll have to so areas as an input features. We'll have torch of this is a clip feature. Let's change destination. It's tutorial data. I'm gonna call it clipped areas. Save, and OK. It's processing. Now you have the option selected polygons, and if you unchecked let's see, yes, if we uncheck serve areas, we have only polygons for this 30 minutes time travel time zones and 60 minutes travel time zones around our center Storjok. It's not actually okay. Let's unclip this and return to polygons. So it's quite pretty well picture. Okay, thanks for watching and goodbye.